only word I know. Apparently.
All right, I think we're all here.
Yep.
Harley, are you gonna be able to join us for long or not long?
I'm gonna try to hang out for as long as I can.
Okay,
For an
cool,
hour or so.
awesome.
I don't know.
Just let
Like
us
I
know.
said, I gotta study a little bit, but I can.
Word.
I'll multitask.
You need to stop watching all that Netflix and start studying. That's what it sounds like.
I've been so, dude. Aerosalt is beating me, kicking my ass.
It's
I mean,
gotta
he's
be
not kicking my
interesting
ass,
though,
but-
right?
It is really
It's
interesting.
just
Yeah.
tying knots, dude. Isn't that all aerosol is?
Oh, that's all it is, Travis.
Yeah. Sling loads
aerosol, yeah, I knew
are-
that.
We have a sling load exam tomorrow, so we gotta
Yeah,
inspect
tying knots.
sling loads and find deficiencies.
Oh, by the
Yeah,
way,
like-
did all of y'all catch that Nick is, I guess his family fled Germany when the U.S. rolled in? Did y'all
that
catch
true?
that?
Your
I did
name's
not catch
Strudel
that.
now? Oh my
Apparently Nick's
god.
descended from Nazis.
It's okay to change your name to hide from the Nazis, dude. It's
Yeah,
good.
he
he
was
let that
like,
slip
"What's your
by
last
accident."
name?" And I was like, Strudel. That was
Man.
the only German thing that popped the top of my head. I was like,
I was surprised Travis didn't text back like, "Me too, dude," or "Hell yeah." But
I almost, dude, I was almost like, I almost texted back. He said it, not me.
I felt that's where it was going, because he was bringing it down, and then I
Guys,
felt like
not all German things have to go that way.
he said
1930s
Germany,
Everything
late
goes that way.
1930s
You ever played the
Germany,
game?
late 1930s.
Yeah,
did
alright.
say that.
I know.
You get on Wikipedia. It takes 3 clicks to get to Hitler from anything. You can be
Wait,
like,
wait. Late.
Is it easier to get to Hitler than Jesus? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I bet.
30s.
I must not have seen.
See, also, just for the note, this is where I get confused too, because, you know, we say, oh yeah, we definitely want to record our sessions. And then
And
we
this,
and then we
yeah.
have this.
And then we have conversations like this. Yeah,
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I've already started recording, so just to let you know. But
Goodness. It's right at the start of this episode.
so we're
you
we're
have to hack off the first 5 minutes, dude. It's fine.
Alright.
Anyways.
Welcome tonight to our day 7. The year 1027 of the House Haradra. You awake on a very chilly morning, as usual in your hut. Who's
Yeah,
you
why
can
is it always
rename
so
from
damn chilly
the
in the
hut.
hut? Can't we have a fire in the fucking hut? Surely the budget extends to a fireplace.
Fires are off limits. They burn our houses down.
So we've just had a
It's
long rest,
stone
and we're
building.
Yep, you're long
outside of
rested.
Griffey, or not.
You can, go about your day in hand, Griffey. The
Okay.
sounds of the city sort of start to surround you. People going about their business. You can hear the docks ring in the distance.
Well, I want to go
Ship bells.
check on our house and just, show the 2 guys around with us,
Sure.
and
So-
make sure there's nothing crazy going on there.
I want to
sure.
I want to track down the girl I paid my informant. Well, it's daytime, so I guess she's probably not out.
Probably not. Will you refresh my memory on that?
I
I
mean,
probably
the
have it in
girl
my notes.
you
I just
arrest.
remember.
When
we
you arrest.
were- No one. No, I mean I didn't harass. I offered her business.
No, yeah,
proposition.
this was
The
a
hookers were
deal.
outside
I
the
just
house.
forget the terms.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did
It
you
was
do?
just I wanted
Proper.
to know about the. I told her I would give her money for anything she had on the wharf rafts. Catch that? Sorry.
Yep. Thank you. Yep. Perfect. I appreciate it. Awesome. Was she
Yeah.
named? If so, it was some ridiculous mess.
I don't think.
What wasn't it? The ugly old woman?
No, that's trend.
Betty Poop.
Maybe she is the Sullied Madonna. Maybe that's who the street named after, not named after. I don't know. What's a good
Yeah, I know, right?
good hooker name?
Well, she hasn't told you it yet. I already got a hooker name right here.
Okay. Is there like a DM's table where you roll for hookers? Like
Yeah, you know what?
roll
That's a
for
good point.
treasure?
I didn't do a proper roll here. Wait. One
I'll
second.
do a hooker name generator right now.
Nope, I got
While
it
we're
right here.
talking.
No, it's easy.
Wait,
guys
is that actually
remember-
a thing?
Do we remember our porn names from college? We had porn names at one point.
Yeah,
Oh
dude, I
my
was
goodness,
Slick Dangle.
what?
Slick Dangle.
Wait
I'll
for
just-
it.
I was Mick Hardwood was what I recall.
I don't remember this. Really?
Wait
What
for
site
it.
did we go to?
Rudy was Ass Mangler? Or
There it
Wrangler?
is.
Yeah,
Yep.
Rudy was
Ass
ass Wrangler?
Wrangler.
Was it Wrangler or
something like
Mangler?
that.
I can't remember.
It
Yeah,
was
those are different.
Mangler. Or
Ass
no,
Dangler?
I think it was Mangler.
No, I think it was Mangler.
Like
Like-
Joseph Mangler?
Like he mangles that stuff.
Damn. That's worse.
Yeah, it is worse.
Ass Dangler? What?
It's not.
Mangler.
Yeah.
I think I was Bitch Boy.
Yeah,
That's
honestly,
like
just
a
came back
one-time.
Bitch Boy for some reason. I was like, that's not even a name.
Have y'all ever looked up your Wu-Tang Clan generator name?
No.
Yes. We need to do this right now. Come on.
Wu-Tang name?
Travis,
That's the first thing that came. I just started typing in Wu and
I will
Wu-Tang name
say
generator.
that the meme,
Mine's,
the meme Travis sent out was
Proficient
spot on.
or proficient specialist.
Arrogant ambassador.
Arrogant. That's good.
How do I do this?
Type in your name.
Where the fuck is the
Oh.
link at?
I just didn't type anything. Scratch an artist? That's gay.
Oh, profound specialist. That's what mine is.
All right, mine is erratic conqueror. I like it.
That's pretty
Vis-
solid.
Mine's
Erratic
Visual
Hunter.
Dreamer, dude. That's
Yo,
so me.
That's good.
Erratic
That's good.
hunter.
Yeah.
What the hell?
This is awesome.
Erratic
No, I-
hunter.
That's what yours is? Erratic hunter?
If I use my game name.
Oh, well, don't do that. Go back to your regular name.
Yeah, use your
But
regular name.
the full thing or just you guys
Yeah,
have to
just
refer-
your first and your last.
Mine's Vulgar Destroyer.
It's
Bit
so
of-
accurate.
That's so accurate.
It's accurate.
Bitta
How is this
Dreamer.
happening?
What's yours, Nick?
Bitta Dreamer. Hey,
Bitta?
I'm gonna use my full
B-I-T-T-A-H?
name. Yeah.
Bitta Dream. Dude, I like it.
What are
I
you?
don't know what it
Tom?
means.
What are you?
Profound specialist.
Yo, if I use my full name,
I'm the wizard of this game, dude.
This is pretty spot on.
Yo,
Yeah.
if I use
I
my
buy
full
it.
name, it's Gentleman Dominator.
Alright, kick him out. Kick him out. Gentleman Dominator? We're like, nah.
What
Need a
the
better
fuck?
rap name.
Yo, type in Nichols Nicholas.
Oh, I
and then
believe you.
Search. SERGE, and that's what it is.
Yeah, that's not that great.
That's so fucking gay. That what if I just use?
Vulgar Destroyer.
So
That's
funny.
you.
Again, the Wu-Tang
that's
Clan with the
spot on,
knowledge and the
Travis.
wisdom.
If I use my middle name, it's Tough Wizard.
Dude, I learned a lot from Wu-Tang. Cream, that taught me something. Bitches ain't nothing but tricks and hoes. That was good advice.
Lucky Beggar. If I put in my middle name, it's Lucky Beggar. Either of those work, I think, actually.
What's a Bitta?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, this has been a fun detour. Should we get back to it?
Yeah.
All right.
Urban Dictionary, just the different
So-
spelling of bitter.
How do
Well,
we?
More Jewish and more gay? What?
So do we want to like systematically explore this town? Like go to the next sector?
Is
I
You
it
can
just
definitely do
wanna- I just
that.
wanna-
Sorry, back to Gunter's activity, which he decided to go up and start to wander the house. And when you go downstairs, you see on sort of like a thin rug and sort of the clothes that were on their backs, the two lumberjacks are sleeping surprisingly close, like still snoring. The house seems in good working order. It's cold in here. That's why they're maybe huddled so close.
So there's no
Otherwise-
like correspondence left for us or anything. Nobody's been trying to contact
No, not
us.
at this time. And the locks that Mantis has bought for your chest and the doors seem secure. If you want to go
All
check
right.
them out closer, you're welcome to do so.
No,
just
that's
you
cool.
sort of
I
eyeballing
was
the doors.
I was just gonna tell the dudes to just chill around the house. We're gonna take care of some business, but we'll let you on the down low. We'll give them a job later, I guess.
All
Sure.
right, they sort of start awake and they're like, "What? Ugh, okay, what? Where are we? It's been a long one."
Here, I tell them that we're in Hand Griffey, and I give them take 5 gold out of my purse, give to
Okay.
them. And I'm like, here, go buy anything you need in the city today. Just watch out for the fucking wharf rats. We're on bad terms with them. So watch out.
So wait, hold on. Do you want our help? What are we supposed to do here? We already killed the priest. Should we go back to our?
Oh, I assumed that they were kind of joining up with us, but
Well, now these guys sort of like look at you inquisitive. What are we
Sure.
doing?
Sure. We can always use fresh meat, new blood.
We were thinking more of helping you around here. I don't know that more adventures are good for us. We're just simple woodcutters.
you don't want to stay around the city, right?
We could. There's a reason to do so and money to be made.
Let's pay them to go down to the docks and try and gather information on wharf rats.
I want to ask them if they know. how to
Yeah,
build a
yeah,
boat.
that's a good
They
idea.
know how to build a boat.
Oh, in general, sort of. It'd take us. At this point, the one guy just starts counting, and they get in a little huddle, and there's like a lot of fingers involved here.
One guy takes his shoes off.
Yeah, exactly. A long time, they say. But
I like
we may be able to help you cut some wood.
Aaron's idea. I give him the 5 gold, and I say go try to find out what you can know about the wharf rats. If you give us some good info, we'll give you some more gold.
Okay.
But don't get in
Wow.
trouble with the wharf rats.
You just told us they're dangerous. Wow. 5 gold. What do you? How about 10? 5 each.
Here, I'll throw in 5. I throw in 5 along with.
All right,
So they-
quick,
Okay, get dressed and about. Sorry, go ahead, Mantis.
I was just gonna say, just before we start wandering
Yep.
around town doing shit, I'm just doing some accounting. So the items we got, Gunder took the cloak of whatever the hell made him teleport,
If it's cool with everybody, I'm down for taking that.
and DK got the little glass pendant thing with the mist.
Correct. Yep. Is that right, Dog Killer? You're aware of that?
Yeah, I have the dagger of time.
I took some sort of
yeah, it's a
silvery
pendant.
dagger of time. I took some sort of
Pendant dagger of
silvery
time,
chain
sure.
mesh webbing from the blob monster.
It is a silver chain with onyx set along it.
Okay, with onyx. Let me type it in here. Okay. All right, so we still have to divvy up a cap of water breathing and a mariner's armor.
So that is a light mariner's armor. It will be like studded leather +1. So that's 13 plus your dex.
Do any of you need it?
Also, the mariner's armor, if you don't know, let's look it up together, actually. Oh, man, dudes. I'm sorry if I'm groaning in the mud. This shit.
Wait, so you said who has the cloak of actually wait, no, is robes of shite.
So, again, I think when you, like, maybe attune to something and know what it is, I've been pretty loose about attunement, you know?
I don't
I'm
think
not
that
sure
the-
you get all the names necessarily. I call it a shadow step cloak, but cloak of shadow. If you want to rename it to whatever you want.
You're talking about that thing.
Yeah, and then Johannes took some sort of cloak that had pictures of shit on it.
It's robes
Robe of useful things.
useful items.
Right, so
Yep,
Johannes
that'll-
has
Robe of useful items, and I believe it doesn't need attunement, and it's just a robe.
All right, and then we have 5
yes.
gems worth 50 GP each. That's 250 gold. Once we convert it at the market or whatever. But
Yes, and again, one of the benefits of being friendly citizens, welcome to the city of Han Griffey. You have access to the fantastic open market, for which the city is most famous and derives much wealth. You can turn basically any product straight into gold. So
okay, so
if you want to sell it, just walk over to the market. Done.
All right, so I'm just trying to figure out if anyone can benefit from this mariner's armor.
The other thing I would point out, though, magical armor and items start to become different. They're not sourced like every other product. Even the great city of Han Griffey needs a specialist or something else. So just converting really powerful magic items into gold is very problematic.
Okay.
Trading them is a bit more possible, perhaps, in general. And you can even start to craft them, but you would need a good contact, or it's not quite a just roll into the market and sell it thing.
Okay, so if no one's gonna use it, I'm just gonna put it in our chest of locked goods that have the other shit in it.
The water armor thing.
Yeah, there's,
Aquaman.
so yeah, it's like makes you swim fast or something.
Yeah,
Or
just
swim
throw it
longer.
in the chest so we can use it later, maybe.
Does anybody want the cap of water breathing? It's a hat.
Nah, I'm good.
The other thing is, you can have up to 3 items, and some items don't require attunement, and they don't count towards your number. So those tend to be the less powerful one.
Does the water breathing, is that gonna remove AC?
No, I
Or
don't.
add AC?
No.
Straight water breathing.
Let me look it up.
I believe that one didn't require attunement too. I think I looked at that as but you try that.
I'll look it up, but that's what it is. So I put these items. I should back them fast.
Yeah, somebody ought to wear that.
Yeah, again, especially if it doesn't acquire attunement, someone wear it. Again. And this is just my advice to, if you don't want to wear stuff for whatever reason, by all means, again, if you want to build your character in any way you please, do whatever you please, that's all you. But I feel it obligated to try to give good general advice. The other thing I'll say on that topic, pretty sure you guys have items in that chest. You don't want to equip them.
That plus one.
We have a
or-
rapier. We got a sword from the eye monster. The like some sort of +1 sword. I forget what it was called.
Talon.
Talon. There you go.
Johannes wants that, Johnny. The longsword, you ought to go for it, dude, if you want it.
I mean, if I can use it as a one-handed or a
Yeah,
two-handed,
yeah, you can use it either way.
that would be.
Yeah. So Colin, it won't
Go
let me
for it,
edit.
dude.
It won't let me edit group inventory.
It's
Can you
+1.
just
it
add
won't.
Mariner's armor and take the sword out?
I'm gonna give you. Edited by all players.
Well, like when I click to type, it doesn't let me type. It just when I click edit, it like opens up a window for me to like drop.
Yeah,
a
scroll
file
down.
in.
Scroll down.
Oh,
Yep.
my bad. That's
It's
my
a little
bad.
bit janky, but yeah.
The window's like the perfect size that I can't see.
I know, right?
All right, I'm gonna put the Mariner's armor in the box and give
Cool.
Johannes the what was it called? The sword?
The name
Talon.
that
Talon,
you guys
that's
know
it.
is Talon.
Yeah.
You guys learned a little bit about the history. I forget who got the history check, or at least
Wielded
people who were
well,
there.
Johannes. A great warrior once wielded it.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure Mantis could tell you all about him.
I
Man, it's gonna be like, I
would
wasn't
very
really
much
listening
like
to him.
know any history behind this. And this thing
Wait, who-
it
Wait,
requires
who
attunement?
used it? I don't even remember.
I did. Egbert did.
Oh, then I'm gonna tell him there's this crazy fucker who used to wake up from his sleep and beat me in the face. Terrible person.
Did this sword cause that?
Yeah, man, that sword's fucked up. I'm just kidding.
No.
I bet Gunther beat me in the face 3 times after waking up from some trance.
He woke up from some tramp.
Yeah.
I don't know. Egbert was into tramp.
So guys, what's our objective? Are we gonna gather info on Warfrats first to fuck with them, or we're gonna look for passage? And if so, where are we looking for passage to exactly?
Barfay, you want this
That's a
cap
very
of
good
water breathing?
question.
You probably swim the most because you got those crazy movement jump spells and shit.
Yeah.
You want the cap of water breathing. It makes you breathe underwater. We're getting ready to get on a boat. You might want it.
You probably cast spells underwater with it too, I think.
What is the text? pop it in there.
Allows you to breathe normally underwater.
Bubble of air around your head.
Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't cast spells. Because you have air to talk and breathe in. It's pretty solid. Or it could be. I don't know. You could leave it in the chest.
Depends on what it looks like.
Depends on what it looks like.
That is too fashionable.
I mean,
You tell me what it looks like.
Concerning,
I don't know what it looks like.
So I had an idea, but
I will only accept
and there's
it
a
if it's
picture in the
bandana.
book. What?
I will only accept it if it's a bandana.
If I type in cap of water.
So here's what I
breathing on the
probably think it
internet,
is. Frankly,
It's a swim cap.
yeah, it's a little red cap thing.
Yeah. That's what I figured too. I mean, I was thinking in my back pocket, but I ain't wearing it around.
All right. So Barfay begrudgingly takes the cap and stuffs it in his pocket.
Thanks, guys.
You can tell yourself it's a headband if you want.
Shut up.
You forced me to get it real about the fact that it's a little swim cap. Okay, so you guys have distributed some items and you're sort of pondering what to do. Perhaps you take the rations out for your day and one of those. Reminder, you can
convert
pass
the
the jug
gems.
around.
I convert the 5 gems to 2.
Okay, yep.
gold.
So let me ask you, do you guys go as a group through the streets of Handgriffy to the open market, which you must do to do that transaction? Or do you try to split up? What would you like to do?
Well, I was going to ask the guys, where are we trying to get passage to eventually, or do we want to fuck with wharf rats first?
We
That's
don't
true.
know where we're trying to get passage to. We just know, like, this is one of those, like, Pirates of the Caribbean type situations where I got a compass that's pointing in a direction and we don't know where the fuck it leads.
Oh, the fish.
Is there any way we could talk to like a scholar or somebody in the city that maybe could look at the demonic
I think
the
that's
book? Can
Oh,
I
the
go
book
to?
disappeared. The book disappeared.
Oh, the book disappeared.
But
book
we can get
annihilated.
someone
Two
to
books
look at
annihilated
the
each
fish,
other.
maybe. Can we get someone to look at the fish? Or, tell us more about it?
Sure,
I
you
don't
could
know how
try.
much of the backstory we
Is
could
there a library or something? Or
So in general, what I've done here with the city is basically I've got names on each of the squares and a general idea of what's in them, although it's going to be up to roll making shit up. But I think I've unlocked or at least made visible all the titles of places you've been.
right?
Otherwise, you've been on the main road.
Let's so
But that
Let's-
said, I'm sure if you were a little bit more like slow going, you could sort of peer into districts and sort of get in them, but maybe not that deep, etc.
yeah, let's head
Just
towards
try to
the
figure out what they're
market.
about.
Let's head because the market's south of us. Let's head to the market to sell the shit so I can pay you guys. And then on the way, as we're walking towards the market, we can figure out what the hell we see in these districts. Going across this southern bridge thing.
Fine by me.
We'll kind of go, this way. I guess
Control this.
I'm not drawing a line, but I'm gonna draw a line and then you can just delete it. But maybe
Cool.
we go from here and we go over the bridge and we go
What
this
does-
way.
Sorry to cut in. What does versatile 1d10 mean? I'm looking up long sword stats.
That's the versatile means you can swing with 2 hands, and when
So
you swing
that
with
would
2
mean
hands,
if I was using 2 hands, it would be 1d10.
yes, you got it, bud.
Talon, 1 hand.
Kind of take this path and we'll see what these districts are all about as we go.
Cool. So you guys hear this proposal from Mantis. He sort of plots direction. You probably have a map of the city by now. Someone had a map at one time. Mantis, is that true?
Someone did. It was not me. I think it was
Okay.
actually Johannes, but
Let's say that this is your map of the city. Feel free to direct your troops in that direction. Guys, feel free to dissent or follow.
I'm fine. When I get to the market, though, I want to ask somebody if there's like a college or university or library or something there.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
with you.
cool.
So what's in this little first area here?
So, everyone's okay with this? Setting off in this general direction?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you guys set off as soon as you get outside. The snow is lightly falling, but the hardy people of Han Griffey are out and about as usual. Carts and mules go down the main thoroughfares, and you sort of head to the outskirts of the Red Lantern District that is your home. I presume you lock the door and all that good stuff, right?
Yep.
So you all dip out and you get to the main road, and instead of taking the main road in this direction, you decide to go south. And when you dip into this district, one of the first things you see is that it's like a dilapidated area. Sort of parts of it feel festive and carnival-like. Because it's so cold, the place is completely shut down, and especially in the morning as well. It's sort of got like a carny atmosphere. But there's not too many people here.
So it's like a
Yes.
fairgrounds type of thing?
Yeah, something like that. Figure out how I'm gonna.
Alright, okay. Can we see across the street? Like over here?
If I just do this, can you see that now?
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So as you go south, sort of picking your way carefully through these sort of empty streets that clearly are used in festivals and parties, you hit this fantastic bridge, which you've been across many times. And from here, you can see the magnificent that bisects Han from Griffey. The waterfalls making this area impassable to ships, as usual. The harbor of Han Griffey can be seen down to your southwest, and the lighthouse out there, the work of modern engineering, some say. So you cross the bridge. And if you wanted to peer this way, this looks like a sort of dingy area that may yet have some people moving around. One thing you see is a remarkable amount of dwarves if you sort of peer through the streets here.
This area here?
That's correct.
So it's got dwarves, okay.
Ethnic neighborhood. Okay.
Little Italy over there. Little dwarvery.
So you come across this bridge, and this bridge sort of immediately empties to what is clearly like a huge storage area, warehouses and stockpiles. This area is like pallets of stuff. Kind of deserted. There's a few more guards than you'd expect around here. When you get south of the bridge, the guard presence starts to be a lot thicker. A lot of more elite guards around.
Okay. So this is the storage area or this?
The one more north,
This one.
east. Oh no, I just moved the whole map. Oh. Alright. So,
I'm sorry,
Um,
Colin. You may have
yeah, go ahead.
explained it before. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. But out in the harbor there, the L, what is that?
that is a lighthouse,
Gotcha.
sort
Cool.
of standing up there
Sweet.
on a bluff. The rocks sort of giving the harbor a little shelter from.
Cool.
Okay, so you guys cut through the sort of stockpiles area. The guards sort of look at you quizzically, like, "Why aren't you taking?" And then you end up in an area that is full of boats. This is like the staging area. The river here is now approachable, and you can carefully launch boats off of this point. Of note, as you gather down here, is despite the cold, there are men still working in building ships. You don't see a particular many ships actually sailing, although there are some small tugs and ferries sort of moving through the river and the harbor. But the big ships, the sailing ships, are in harbor, as far as you can tell. Despite that, like I said, men work on them, and a variety of men too. There's half orcs, surprisingly. There are elves and wood elves. There are a number of dwarves, and one of the most imposing figures is a very tall giant. He is like single-handedly like slamming down a huge axe and like chopping a mast by himself, and then like placing it up by himself.
I want to ask Dog Killer at this moment as we're walking by all these people working. I want to ask him how is it to see his kind involved in industrious activities like this, opposed to running around half naked, hitting people in the face and stuff.
Dog Killer laughs and asks Gunter if he imagines he's always been a soldier for hire.
What, Dog Killer?
I wasn't always a mercenary, you know. Did my share of backbreaking honest labor for little pay. Clearly, it didn't work out.
You would understand if I found that hard to believe, just from the experiences we've had.
Why is that so hard to believe?
We just keep walking. I got nothing. Just keep going.
Dog Killer.
Sorry, I was muted for a second.
Dog Killer
Yep.
doesn't say anything.
After this conversation, after you guys marvel at the industriousness place, you head south into the open market. This place, commerce is thriving. The ships that have been unloaded just across the street are bringing their goods on shore. But there doesn't seem to be that much traffic, more replenishing from the stockpiles at this point. That said, still a bustling marketplace. At this point, like I said, you can sell your goods for whatever. You can also try to engage in finding someone to talk to. There's many different types of shopkeepers around.
Yeah, so I guess while I'm gonna go sell the shit.
Okay.
To get money to pay them. I tell the party this. I'm gonna go convert some of our loot to pay you guys. Feel free. You guys can start looking around for
I want to find the sketch of all. Is it like a bazaar type place?
Exactly,
Colin?
like tents
Yeah.
and there's fruit.
I want to find the sketchiest, like not just magical place, but like if there's like a voodoo type guy, like the sketchiest place
Yeah, that's a good idea.
that might know some stuff about demons and crazy shit.
Okay, so you see a pretty heavy guard presence here. That's one thing to be said right away.
Yeah.
The guards recognize this as a source of the income of the city and seems pretty locked down. That said, there's always edges to things. So, Gunter, as you wander through, what sort of check is appropriate to you being able to find seedy places?
Can I come to Gunter? Like, Gunter, can you
Oh,
tell me this
yeah.
place?
Oh, yeah.
You want to find him? What's he finding? Shady places?
Yeah.
Maybe like a sleight of hand or something. Like I don't know. Slipping something.
Gunter, if you tell me that this is what
Whisper.
you're going to do,
I'd nudge you or whatever.
Or stealth or something, maybe. I don't know.
Ultimately,
That just sounds interesting.
my objective, Collins, I think that
This is wisdom,
finding
dude.
somebody like that might know somebody that can give us information in the city about crazy magical shit like we're dealing with.
Definitely. Give me an insight check.
I'm a forest gnome after all. I'm not too street savvy, guys. Got that 4.
But are you helping him with this check? If you're talking to Dog Killer can.
Yeah, Dog Killer's with me. Yeah.
So just a regular wisdom check.
Yeah, give me an insight check.
No, yeah, there. Oh, take the.
What's super funny is I think because you're helping each other, help applies advantage. Both got 17s on the outside, so I think this is pretty solid. Maybe you both like take one wrong step as you sort of peruse the market, and you're like, no, over here. Correct each other once,
There we go.
and then you manage to sort of find a little bit of an alley, darker corners here. Surprisingly, you see a goblin. You see a goblin in this alley. He's pretty well dressed. He's just saying real quietly, magical items. Magical item. in common.
You want to roll with this one, Dog
Yeah.
Killer? I don't feel confident
do
for
it.
some reason. So
So I approach him, and as I approach,
Hey, buddy. Hey.
I look around. I don't know,
In common.
survival. I'm
Yeah.
looking
Okay.
around
Let's
to
see
see
it.
if there's any like
So there are
guards,
some
you know,
dark
or if there's-
shadows, definitely.
Okay.
There's a
But
couple
no popo.
doorways that doesn't appear to be any guards currently. Although you did see one or two creeping by around the outside of the alley. At this point, he's sort of beckoning you down, maybe
right.
20 feet into the alley. And like I said, your survival instincts tell you that this is probably not a great. There's a ceiling you really can't see, giving them the high ground if they were to attack you from above. There's doorways on either side that could potentially open. So your survival skills, as excellent as they are, recognize this as potentially a sticky situation.
How well can I see? It's I have
So
dark
it
vision.
is
What
morning.
can I see? Okay.
It is pretty well lit in here.
Okay.
The flurries of the snow occasionally make things a bit tougher, but it's pretty light right now as far.
So I walk down a little, and I kind of over my shoulder to Gunter. I say, you know, cover my back, watch my back.
yeah. I'm with Dog Killer, but I'm also, kind
Sort of loitering more towards the
Yeah.
edge.
I'm kind
I'm
of
staying with
lookout
Mantis.
as he's talking to the guy. The guy knows I'm with him, though. I'm not trying to hide
Yeah.
from the guy.
Of course, got it. Okay, cool. So he says, "Yeah, hey buddy, how's it going? What can I do for you? You interested in anything?"
What do you have?
It's about what you have as well, my friend. Give me a sign of good faith.
Sign of good faith. What's that?
Eh,
What do you want
it
as a sign
keeps
of
me
good
out of jail, is what it is. Come on.
You want cash on the table?
No. He sort of looks behind him, but then he looks back to you and says, "Look, you looking for some items, or are you not?"
I'm looking for information.
See, I don't deal in that. Too dangerous. Items, much safer.
Who's your supplier? Who you?
Nah. And he looks behind him again, and then takes a long look and turns back to you.
Do I still have the Wharf Rat shield I took from the?
You have never you never put it down,
Yeah,
and it's presumably not in your hand, but it's on your back certainly.
So I pull that out and I offer that to him,
Shit.
and I flex my muscles, go for intimidation here.
Here's the last one I got.
It's like,
And,
you don't look like one of them.
Fucking ladder.
And I already paid you guys. This doesn't make any fucking sense. Joe! Yells Joe. And this huge ogre stumbles out from the back of the alley.
I turn towards Gunter and I'm like, beat feet.
so
Give me the dex saving throw. See how fast y'all can dip.
Dex saving throw.
Dog Killer's out.
And as I move by, I like grab Gunter. No, like as I move
that's
by,
a terrible
I
roll
like
for me.
by the back of the cloak, and I'm like dragging him with me out back.
All
into the
right,
crowd.
cool. Yeah, you can easily pick him up. Your carry weight is nominal as a half orc.
Okay.
You can scoop him right up and bust out. And at this, the guy says, "Don't come back, don't come back." And then you can hear shuffling and shambling, but the ogre doesn't come around the corner out of the sort of alley that they're hanging in.
Well, we tried, Dog Killer. We gave it an honest effort.
do we have another idea? Another selling magical items?
So yes, I want to go the opposite route now, Colin, and I want to find the person that looks most reliable in this market, and just ask them if there's a library or university or something.
Sure. So you go to. So let me ask you. There's a couple type of people you might consider reliable. In this market.
Okay.
One would be maybe a very merchanty type, looks wealthy, looks like treating his customers well. Would think salesperson of diamonds, really excellent at his job.
No,
not that person.
No,
Okay,
I'm
so
thinking
there's also clergy, people here that may not have the best goods or whatever? They're
Yes,
selling things
yes,
like
clergy.
bread, rose.
That sounds good. Yeah,
Okay.
going up to
Cool.
one of them. I'm gonna definitely play the thing that I'm a healer, and I mean, yeah. Tell me who I'm.
Okay, sure. So you approach a woman, and she's sort of dressed in a long flowing robe. You recognize, as per usual, when you get a bit closer, Paylor on her chest. She says, "Hello, brother. What can I offer you?" See her wares. They're like fruit and apples, and she's got like some celery, some mushrooms, some fish. Always fish here. Place smells like fish.
I'm kind of. She's got fruit and stuff. You say?
Yep.
I'm kind of limped over. You know, I'm walking up like I'm an old gnome, and I'm like, "Hello, dear girl. I'm very interested in some of your fresh fruit. I'm a healer, and I know that fruit is good for the body. What do you have for sale?"
Johannes, I already did them.
Okay. I
Check the
wasn't aware
notes
of that.
above. No, I listed it off. Gunter, she says to you, "Oh, my father, of course. Here, one apple, just to show you how good they are." Gives you an apple.
I take a big bite out of it.
It's delicious. It's red and it's surprisingly like ripe, despite the season.
I'll take 10 of them.
10 apples. Sure, that's 1 gold.
I give her 1 gold. I just took it out of my inventory.
Okay, you get 10 apples, Adam.
And I guess I ask her about her garb, or her church. I say, are you part of what god do you follow? I'm a druid. I'm a of the order of the Lorax. Maybe you've heard of us.
She
We're
sort of
great
pulls
healers.
back when she hears that you're a druid. She's a pretty open woman, sort of noticeably kind of like flinches.
Oh, she flinches.
A little bit, yeah. She's like, ugh. Sir, she gets a little bit more cold and says, "I am a devoted follower of Paylor. I trained just up the street in the religious quarter where the great cathedral of Paylor dominates the square. But you may find others like yourself across the street at the Mages University."
She said I may find other non-religious types across the street. From where?
She was indicating across the street from the religion. If you
from
had
the
a map,
temple?
she may be able to show you, but she has to just ask for clarification if you like.
Yes, I want to ask for clarification. Yeah, if I can.
So you sort of say, "Hey, can you repeat that? You know, I don't quite get it." And she says, "Oh," you can see her like visually compose herself. No problem, sir. All are welcome in the glory of Paylor." And she does like an exaggerated arm wave. Take this street east, then head northeast towards the patricians' estate. To your south, pretty far will be the religious quarter, and your kind are welcome across the street at the university. That one's close to the docks. Says the docks went a little too.
Choo choo.
Okay, I say thank you. Bye.
She gives you a nod. You've bought apples from her. She's God, or so she thinks.
Right. When I get back to Dog Killer, who I assume standing out in the path, I'm like,
Yeah, yep.
I look
Just
up
keep
and I'm
an
like,
eye
what
on
a
him.
bitch.
DK's got nothing. Nothing from.
Sorry, Gunter, what'd you ask me? You cut out.
Oh, I didn't. I just said what a bitch about the girl I just talked to.
Yeah, a lot of people filled with hateful prejudice around these parts.
That's right.
Like gnomes who say, a half orc has never been known to hold an honest job. Kind of hateful stereotype. What I hate.
Interesting. Okay, so after that, exchange. Gunter, you have anything to say to that?
I just kind of shrugged my shoulders.
All right. So, anyone else have activities they want to do in the market? Johannes, Barfay, talk to me. Mantis, you've done your basic exchange. Anything you guys want to do amongst the many powerful figures here? Barfay's good.
I'm fine now. That
Yeah,
I wasn't aware that.
That's
We
what I
did
wrote up
pass out money.
corner.
Mantis has yet to hand it to you, if I recall. Unless you guys have argued about who actually picks up the money. Historically, Mantis picks it up and hands it out. That said, you guys are free individuals. I'm not married to the Mantis is their idea. Feel free to guess. But you have it right now, Mantis, right? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I just went,
Okay, so
I
feel free to divvy it up.
Yeah.
It should be the last thing that popped up.
I want to find somewhere where I can do something with that orc plate armor that was damaged. I'm just looking at my inventory right now.
Okay, so give me a perception roll this time. Passive perception.
Wait, why do I have healing potions on me? Did I use these? Oh no,
You
I just have
received
them.
some from.
Gunter's like, damn, I'm rich.
Oh, and another question. Is that 4
Yes.
healing potions or is that 4 of the patches?
I have the patches written down. Check that. Actually has the whole thing. 4 potions of healing.
Oh, okay. X1. I didn't see that there. Okay, yeah. No, now I'm actually looking at it hard.
Okay, good.
Okay, nope, we're fine. I was just confused as I was about to say that's a lot of potions I have on that. 16. You wanted perception?
Yes, give me a perception. You're thinking about what can I do with this armor I've been lugging around. This thing is heavy in your pack. You've been working hard to carry this fuck.
Do I get like an extra strength point for that? No,
No, the opposite. I should make you go slower.
Strength of 15.
So with your 23 and your very good Elven, you recognize that just south of here, where there looks like an area that's got blacksmith workshops.
All right. Who was I? I guess I'll end up doing that myself or whatever.
You're welcome to bring a friend.
Does anybody want to accompany this? Wandering to a blacksmith? I found a blacksmith. No?
Don't
Yeah,
take
I'm
Dog Killer. He'll just make the business go.
I'll come. Dog killer.
Sorry, Nick.
So Dog Killer backs you up, and as you head south, past my echoing voice, into the artisans area. That's echoing for everyone, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Farley, what'd you do? Unplug your headset?
Hello?
Okay.
Farley dead.
No.
Farley, no!
The air assaulted him for being so mean.
All right.
So yeah, we'll assume the Dog Killer is right behind you.
Yeah. I'm behind him.
Okay. Johannes, you head south into an area that this looks like it's got well-lined alleys and streets. Buildings look pretty old here. Some of them open up into sort of open workshop areas. Please kill the echo. Holy fuck.
Farley bitchy shit.
That's awesome.
I don't know what to do.
That was good.
There it is. All right.
I was killing myself.
So, yeah, like I said, narrow streets, thatch roof here, the stone of hand griffy rising up around you. You see a number of people working. You also see a dwarf hammering a stone anvil, and a woman nearby sort of standing, and she appears to be rifling through some papers.
Okay.
There's a anvil sign here. Perception has.
Who looks like they might? Does the woman look like she might know what she's talking about, or just completely stereotype?
The woman sort of looks up as you approach. You approach. How close do you get?
Let's see. I'm thinking if I'm carrying the armor out or if I have it in my bag. I'll just say I have it in my bag. I'll approach the desk where she's rifling through papers. Or whatever you're saying.
Okay, so sort of nods and say, "What can I do for you?"
Do you repair armor and repair and resize armor?
I do. You know how many people talk to the dwarf? She smiles at you like a big honest smile. Let's see what you got. She like gestures toward the table. She like sweeps her papers a little over.
All right, so I'm gonna put my bag on the floor because I don't want her seeing it beside the bag. Then I'm gonna just bring the plate on top and just throw it up there.
So she's like, look at this
Bag in the back.
mess. Sort of looks at it. Smells like orc? Ogre? What's in this?
I almost said one and the same because what they always call dog killer, but dog killer's with me. Yeah, all right. So dog killer's with me,
Man,
right?
that's racist. That's
Alright,
racist.
So are you gonna comment? Are you gonna comment on that before I say anything, like on what
No,
she said?
no. I'll
All
let
right.
you-
So
I'll-
I'm gonna be like, I
you're
believe it was an orc, because Johannes isn't one to poke fingers at race.
Well, it was a big guy, no matter what. You're a little bit more, at least thin than that. Kind of sizes you up with her eyes. She waves over her assistant. Lundar, come here. Sort of waddles over. Starts like, whips out a measurement
that the
tape out of
dwarf?
nowhere and starts, like measuring you. At one point, he says, "Here, hold this by your shoulder," and he like hands it to you. Can't reach far enough.
All right. That's what
How
I-
tall are you,
Oh shit.
character?
Yo, I don't even know if I have height.
I figured tall, giving the wood elf thing, right?
Probably like at least 6 foot. Let me see.
Okay, get back to me on your height. You're taller than he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So after a fashion, the woman says to you, "Well, I can do it, but it won't be cheap. Let me take a look at my notes." She goes back to her like, shit. This is a full set of plate mail.
It says I'm slightly shorter than a human.
I'd always
So-
pictured elves as tall and sort of like. What do you guys think? Elves, short, tall,
Tall.
right?
I mean, I would see high elves, but maybe wood elves might be something different.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, it's up to you.
Because
Are
wood
wood
elves are a
elves
little
short or
heavier.
tall?
I don't know. I'd say about.
Just gonna say short to
6
save on
foot,
armor money.
6
No.
foot there, 6 foot, whatever.
Okay, cool. So this is
Taller than most of the people back then, but
heavy armor plate mail.
600 or 500 gold, right? Isn't that what it was? The actual.
Yeah, this is heavy armor plate mail. Wait, no, hold on. This is half plate. What's your proficiencies for armor? Just
No,
refresh
you
me.
said
memory.
you said it was plate. Like you said it was plate.
Yeah, but there's half plate and plate. And I'm thinking
I can
about what the
wear- I
AC
can
of
wear
what
the
you were
plate, but
fighting
I don't have the
was.
strength.
So
That's the only problem.
okay, it's half plate. Boom. Wear the plate, but you don't have the strength.
Yes.
So it has to
need
be
the-
half plate. So maybe you say to her, "Look, you could pare it down a little bit, make it half plate. That'll be great." She's like, do that. That'll be a little cheaper. So regular cost of half plate is 750 gold. She says, "I'll do it for 375."
Let's see, how much gold? I don't even have anywhere close to that.
Dog killer in the background just sort of whistles.
Damn it! I'm
I
not gonna
could
be able to.
put you on a payment plan, maybe, or Maybe you could do something for me. I'm open to suggestions.
Wait. Yeah. Wait, what is it I could do for you?
Pay me 375 gold.
Well, you just told me maybe you could do something for me. What the hell, Colin?
She smiles and sort of elbows the dwarf, and he gets a good chuckle and goes back to hammering whatever he was hammering.
Ha. All right, so I'll be like, what if I show you a magic trick? You see this? Have you ever seen this?
No,
ring
no,
I'm
I
wearing?
can't do anything with magic. Can't eat it. Can't
But
tell
it will
my
make,
friends
it will
they don't
give
believe
you
me.
money. It will give you money.
Nah, that's not magic. That's the money that I need. So you do
All
the
right.
magic by yourself later or before, and just give me the gold.
Because I got only 100 gold on a patch.
100.
Well, no,
She sort of
I think
chuckles.
my character
Do you
has.
say that? Would you say that?
No, I'm not saying that out loud. No. I'm
All right.
just-
Well,
I'm-
be clear. This is a
I
dragon.
am-
I'd have made you say it, and you got your face blown off probably.
I just
I
gave you
had-
40.
Yeah, so that means I have 56 gold. Johannes didn't have any gold.
There's gold in these hills.
I don't have any gold, so that would only have 156. now. I mean, if I take off my patch of 100 gold, yes.
Wow. You spent a lot on arrows? Not arrows. Where's your money gone? I feel like
I
if
don't
you've
know.
been dividing equitably. Anyone
I
else
may
want to
have
give me
not
a
been
money
adding
ballpark
equitably.
just to. Well, yeah, but we can't. Math for. Alright, so that's not outside the ballpark.
I have way less, but I've actively turned some down before and spent it like crazy.
On beats and stuff, which are dope, by the way. The beats are my favorite magical item so far.
I still got some. Not many.
Mushrooms. There,
I
anyway,
missed
go.
it. How much does Johannes need? How much does he need?
So the bid this woman said is 375.
Whoo, Johannes, you best go questing.
Yeah, ask her if he could do a favor for her.
So what? I try bargaining it down. How much gold do you have, Dog Killer?
Alright. Let me know when this metagaming ends, because in her
Alright.
mind, you just like stand there like blanked out for like 30 seconds. Thinking
Just see
about what the
Johannes,
fuck
like,
to do.
Oh, Johannes is
So
like, hey, dude, let me
Johannes-
borrow some money.
Johannes turns to me and asks me how much money I have, and I've got 20 gold. That is all I have. That will not get you.
I just
You
gave
are,
you 40. Everybody should add 40.
Yeah, everyone scroll up and see what he added. 40 gold.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, that still doesn't put me at.
Well,
Hey, we're in the red light district, Johannes. You just start sucking dick and you'll be there.
Alright, that type of metagaming I'll permit.
all right. So I'm just gonna walk. No, I'm going to just say like, I can do it. I can only pay 200 gold. That's all I would be able to afford.
Well, I'll be real with you. Orders have been a bit thin lately, so I'm inclined to take it, but let's say you owe me a favor. I wasn't kidding before, I just don't have a good one for you right now.
Depends on what the favor is. For,
Yeah. For 200, that's not even costs.
I mean, if you're asking me to go and kill somebody, that's a pretty big favor.
Okay, alright. I recognize you that you're a cleric. She like looks at your insignia. I won't ask you anything too crazy. I'm a blacksmith. What do you think we are? And the dwarf laughs again.
Somebody who likes to get even and get what they
Dog
are
killer.
owed.
Dog Killer, when she says, "What do you think we are?" says, "Breath."
Missed the first.
Mafia.
Damn on it. When she says, "What do you think we are?" Dog Killer under his breath says, "Scam artists."
Scam artist. That's pretty
I
fun.
like how everybody's so paranoid in our
snorts.
party. Like everybody's just this
I know,
fucking-
right? It was a random blacksmith. Too dangerous.
I'll be
Just-
like,
Go ahead.
depending, any good favor, I could, if it's a good favor, 150 gold would definitely.
150?
get
No, we're not going below 200.
I'm trying
Maybe
to
at the time of the favor, if it's a big one, I'll chip you 50 gold, but I need that.
All right. I'll. How long would this take? Do you
Well,
actually-
see, that's the thing. It'll take, if you like calculates with 7 days.
Oh, 7. So
You gotta also measure. It'll probably take
250
Dwarf says
gold
30
for
minutes.
for 1 AC more. Mm. I mean, who here can wear medium armor? Because this might be beneficial for somebody else more than me, since I can already wear heavy armor. I mean, because Dogkiller has what, natural armor or whatever that is?
I
The,
have
Barbarian thing?
Yeah, the barbarian.
Unarmored, whatever?
Unarmored defense. Unarmored defense.
That's what it is.
It's called. But I actually have proficiency in all the armors, and I actually think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm wearing medium armor.
Yeah, 'cause
We have the
thinking if it was the plate was what I was thinking it was, and that's what I was really interested in. Even though I wouldn't be able to wear it right away, that's what I was really interested in because I would I would get 2 AC out of it.
So let me review, frankly, what the item
Yeah.
drop was, and we can maybe put a pin in this, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you can just
take
like
up
say,
more
"Hey,
time.
I'll come back" or something. Let me review that for you. I want to make sure that I'm doing it the way that it was. The reason I think it wasn't full plate though, because it would have made the AC kind of redonkulous. If I recall, that mob did not have redonkulous AC. I know, at least sometimes when I'm pulling combat levers, like high AC, like high. All right, I'm not gonna give away the game, but I would remember that. Anyway, so like I said, we'll put a pin in this.
we have some sort. It's hanging on the mantle. It's not in the chest, but we have. I can't remember who the hell wore it, but we had some sort of dragon breath armor.
That was Egbert's.
Yeah, that was Egbert's sort of
badass armor.
dinged up.
Yeah, it was.
By the way,
dinged
that thing
up.
looks like it's been through hell. It's
Yeah,
like
I don't
bashed
know what
up
kind
and
it
like
is, but
black sooted.
yeah, I mean, it got hit with a breath. So,
Yeah, twice.
yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it's hanging up, but I don't know what kind it is. I don't know.
It
if it's
is
like
a
heavy.
medium armor breastplate. Blah, blah, blah. That is worth 400 gold, right? Armor class of that would be.
But it's
Actually-
magical, so it's worth more.
It is a +1 breastplate,
Yo,
if I recall. 14
Dude.
plus Dex mod +1.
Yo, I didn't know we had. That means I can get rid of my stealth disadvantage.
Well, you still might need to get it cleaned up. It's kind of beat up. Still might have to pay this lady.
Yeah,
and
we'll
do a
just
sexual
take
favor for
a
her.
pause, like be like, I might have something else for you to look at. I might not. I can't afford this right now.
He says, that's all right. Come back when you do. Still friendly, despite your terrible negotiating. Dwarf laughs again.
And I just give a wave and a nod. Just aware of this.
She like shakes her head and goes, clerics. Anyway, so you walk away. Dogkiller, I presume, follows you back to the crew. Anyone else would like to do anything? Mantis, that's you. Barface said he was good. So you did a couple things. Let me know if you thought of any more. Otherwise, y'all can move along. Gunter, you can also share what you learned with the crew. I know you usually do that. Sometimes we just say that you did that, but
Yeah, I specifically tell our 2 magic users, Barfay and Mantis, about it, and the supposed magical enclave and university across from the Temple of Palor.
Where's the Temple of Palor?
It's up the street. The girl gave me directions, but across the street from the Temple of Palor is kind of like a magical district, and there may also be like a university there. Some people that might have some intel for us, but I think we should probably try to be discreet with whatever questions we ask. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we should just roll up in there because who knows who's friends with who and whatnot. But if we can find somebody we can trust, maybe. I mean, maybe that's even like a question for One-Eyed Klaus. We could ask him who we should ask in the magical district.
We asked him to look something up, and we paid him to get information, but I can't remember.
150 gold you paid. and that was mostly Gunter's money. It was some of Travis's team money that he to try to find out about the letter found in this.
Oh, with the letter A or
Yep, Slimy Jack, exactly.
Yeah,
It was
that was
signed
to find out more about
to SJ from A.
who's playing who in the town here, because something's sketchy going on in town.
If y'all remember the contents of the letter, this is a paraphrase. I can pull it up exactly if we want, but basically, our mutual benefactor is impatient, and we both know how he hates to be kept waiting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I want to store the plate or half plate, whatever it was.
Well, do we want to go find Slimy Jack, or do we want to go to the magical district? I mean, not Slimy Jack. Shit, One-Eyed Klaus.
Maybe we should just go to the magical district, just for time's sake. But
Yeah, let's check on the map.
I think we should just be discreet. Is all I'm saying.
All right, well, lead the way. Draw a path such that we can figure out what's in some of these other districts on the way.
There was a car that drove by the house, Colin, when you were telling me exactly where it was, and I couldn't.
Okay, yeah, no problem, dude. So she gave you good enough directions. Your character heard them. Let's be coy.
All right, and so Paler would be across. Paler would be across the. Okay.
It's further down. She said it was further down. She didn't have a good way to indicate, but you listened well. You got her to say it twice.
All right, so we'll kind of loop out like this, I think, if that's okay with you, so we can see some more stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that cool?
Yes. I'm doing two things at once. No big deal. So, you dip across the this area. This area that you go into when you go across, extremely eccentric. And just to be clear, everyone is going with this.
Yes.
One of the main buildings in this square is like this towering natural history looking thing, with a huge sort of ostentatious sign that says League of Explorers, like big on the top.
Well, that might be somebody that has some info too, guys. Explorers Guild. If somebody wants to go in there, and I don't know.
It's probably more a barfade dog killer.
There's some traffic,
Fighter
but
type
not many
people.
people are going in and out of the doors. More people are just heading north-south. Docks, harbor, slums outside. Constant flow of agricultural goods in, people out, goods. What would you guys like to do? You're sitting on the steps of this giant building. The Explorers Guild.
I would like to go in the Explorers Guild if possible, and I want to see if they have. Well, this might not be fair to you right now, Colin, but do they have any world maps that we can look at?
Oh, yep. Yep. So I was worried about this.
If not, it's okay.
I think there is like a known map of the world that's very expensive and jealously guarded. However, I can give you some. I wish I had like a rudimentary map to show you. I don't at the time, but if you want, I'll describe to you what a simple map looks like. If you can get a simple map. I know it's not very good, but
It just says Earth on it.
I'd be interested.
Earth, ERF.
and I can also work on just like, again, based on my description.
You could also just run it like this. I mean, maybe I could walk in and ask one of the people, where
What's to the west?
What's in relation to Han Griffey, what's to the west, sir?
Okay, so
Learn,
if you'd like
sir.
to go in, feel free to do that. And like I said, feel free to ask. We'll deal with it as we get there. I admire your desire to ask. Asking for a map is a fantastic idea. To the extent that we have to like make it such that you get a good map, but I can't tell you what's on it yet, I'll fucking do it Saturday.
I just go to like one of the guys in the guild and I
So,
tell them that
you are
we're
gonna go in?
travelers and-
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him.
Who's going with? Anyone?
I'll go with him.
If I'm done whatever that business was I was having with that woman blacksmith thing, and I was there,
Barfay's gonna hang outside.
I guess I'll hang outside with Orphe. That's fine.
Johannes hangs out with Barfay. Okay, cool. Yeah, she doesn't agree to that offer to the extent that we're doing this in backwards in time. She would say at least 1.5. So you walk into this building, and it's a towering structure on the inside too. Kind of has like a series of desks. It's got maps on the walls actually.
Yeah.
And as you, I'm sure, would turn at the map, parts of it are unexplored. Lots of big blanks are in it. But the general gist is that to the southeast of Han Griffey, which lies upon the coast of a pretty big continent, to the southeast of that, also on the coast, it says Empire of Haradra. And there's a mountain range separating the two. And then there's sort of plains to the east of that further. There's an island south. I actually show you here. Let me see if I can whip out my map. Let's see if this works. It might be time.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
That's the only time I got.
But we don't know what's to the west at all.
So, did you guys all join me on this map?
You taking us to the world
the
map?
darkness.
Yes, I am. 1 second.
Oh shit.
Y'all are now focused on the city of Han Griffey. You may have to zoom out a lot. Are y'all basically with me?
Yeah.
It's not letting me zoom.
It's not letting you.
I'm zoomed out.
Zoom slider
Try
bar
again.
is not letting me adjust.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see Hank Griffin.
Okay, cool. I don't know what to tell you, Farley. Let me know if I'll think about it in 1 second. So, I'm gonna reveal some things, not a whole lot. Okay. So you see a sea that is not called the Narrow Sea.
Where's that sea at? Did you Oh. Oh, dude, this.
It's called something else. I haven't decided what the sea.
That's cool. That's fine.
Dude, but how did you get it to like overlay like that? Like where it's like.
Yeah, I kind of had to mess with.
Are you seeing this, Aaron?
Yeah, I'm staying.
So I, as you guys can tell, took the places that you've seen on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And again, but the reason this place is blank is because these maps are sort of vague and far away at this point. You get the feeling that this is like a newish endeavor to map the fucking world.
Okay. Cool.
So the main things you see, like I said, there's an island to the south, and
Jurassic
there
Park.
is a big across like a mountain range, which is basically here. There's a big thing that says Empire of Haradra here, with like some cities along the coast.
So what empire are we currently in? We're in.
So the city-state of Han Griffey, if you want to think about it like that, is sort of its own upstart thing. I should make you do a history roll just to know what you know about Han Griffey, but you've spent enough time there that you, I'm sure, picked things up. It was a village in long times past, but has recently turned into a swinging harbor that does commerce between primarily 3 or 4 major trading partners. Now, the other thing I'll say, then this is not to scale. There's like a big break here. You guys see that?
Yes.
There is a coast at least a little.
The West Indies.
There is across a sort of unknown, odd, and terrible gap. There's something. So again, Haradra here, Empire of Haradra, island, which has some cities as well.
And to the
And
west, unknowable
a-
distance.
Yes, a sort of fracture in the map.
Land.
And then, again, it's not a narrow sea. That's why the name sucks.
Yeah, we'll just ignore that. That's cool.
So, that's what you see as far as a map. You walk in. Yay! My map came in use. All right. You see many people in this building as you walk in, Gunter and the rest of the party. They're wearing sort of goofy safari hats. And some of them are wearing those little multi-pocketed things like they're about to adventure, even though they're all just looking at paperwork. And there's a lot of monocles. And sort of they're like pausing over like sort of smells like formaldehyde. They're pausing over like weird animals and like maps and other things. And it's like also like a library. There's like a front desk. And as you walk in, the very old woman looks up and says, "More adventurers."
I say yes, we are adventurers and healers, and
The maps that are free are on the wall. The expensive maps are in the back. You have to pay. Feel free to use any of the artifacts. And if you want a library card, let me know.
I'd say a
She goes
library
back to like her reading.
a library card would be nice, man. But I would also
Fill out this form. She hands you like a really ridiculously long parchment.
I pass it to Barfay,
Oh, yeah.
Barfay's the legal guy.
or I roll. He might be outside. I'll roll it up to give to him later. But I ask him if there's somebody I can talk to at this library that can help
Free
me
to
out.
walk around.
All right, I'll go up to the most talkative-looking monocle wearer.
You find one animated dude in a safari hat, and he's waving his arms excitedly. With the pygmies in the jungle, how will we know what they know before we go? It's a perfect opportunity, Meg.
Pygmies.
And then he sees you and he says, "Oh, quick, cover the map." And he sort of like, Meg hides the map. Who are you?
My name is Gunter, the Druid of the Circle of the Lorax. Who are you?
I am Iger, the explorer. The
Igor.
explorer, like that. Kind of puffs his chest.
Can you describe to me what this guy looks like?
Sure. He's a shorter-ish human with red hair, curly and poking out from the sides of his hat. He's got a bright red beard. He's wearing boots that are sort of retardedly high, like knee highs. And he's sort of waving a cane. He looks pretty young, which begs the question of why he needs the cane.
Right. Well, I tell him that I am also an explorer, as are my compatriots, and we thought that here we could, and I'm trying to butter him up. I'm saying we thought here that we could find a wise explorer that is more well traveled than us, and maybe he could tell us of lands to the west if he knew anything about those places.
Oh, well, everyone knows a couple things, right, Meg? And he sort of looks to his girl and seems to try to impress. She's like more diminutive, dark hair, sort of just keeping quiet for now. Well, they say this is supposed to be a secret, but everybody in Han Griffey knows if you ask around. The elves across the sea trade with them often until the sea grew too dangerous. And we're getting reports now, so they say, that they've lost a war.
What is dangerous about the sea? Is it piracy?
Oh, they say piracy for one, especially now that the elves have lost, or so they say. But more. In the last 20 years, something else. Monsters. Weird weather patterns. Our ships have always been a vital part to our existence here. And I don't know. The weather, monsters. It's unclear.
All right. I thank him
the
for
Kraken.
his I thank him for his time. And I ask him if he's interested. Since he gave us this info, if he's interested in a jar of goblin herbs that I got from far off lands.
Oh my goodness! What? Oh, Meg! Do you show him?
Yeah. Show him a jar.
Like, oh, this is a wonderful specimen. Ah, Druid, come back to me anytime. I'll help you however I can.
All
Here,
right.
he like whips out like a really shiny embossed card that says Iger the Explorers, Explorer, resides at the Explorers Guild. Like it says Explorer way too many times.
All right, I take a jar up, man. It's all right. Give it to him.
Like, wow, he like admires it in the light, and Meg kind of leers at it.
So I assume we're walking out to the steps. I'm gonna hand Barfay the documents for the Explorer Guild and ask him if he could, take care of the paperwork for me at some point in the, future. I just nod. And then I look at everybody else and I'm like, well, I guess we're going to have to go down to the docks and find us a badass captain that ain't scared of sharks.
Well, let's find out if anybody knows anything about these trinkets, right? You want to hit up the mages school?
Yeah. And why don't y'all handle that? Because I'm a druid and I'm not very learned with magical stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm assuming you're doing this out of earshot of our boy.
Oh yeah,
Iger.
I imagine we walked out on the
Okay,
stairs.
yep, of course,
where
thank you.
Barth is.
Hey
But-
guys.
Hey.
I gotta much as I love this, I'm looking at my notes and I feel sorry to dip.
No, you're fine, man. How do you want us to play your character? Good luck with your stuff.
Gunter can handle fine.
Okay, we'll sort of keep him out of things unless it's combat, in which case he'll be kind of
I don't think
secondary.
Seems like a non-combat session. So
Oh, you wait. Anyway.
yeah.
We're just
Well, it
gonna.
almost turned into combat if I hadn't made my dex roll.
Yes. Yeah, that big ogre named Jim. Not be.
That could have turned into combat.
With the guard there too, like then you got the problems with the law.
Oh yeah, that would have been messy.
Yeah.
And it's a forest gnome and a half orc barbarian. Like we're not. The law's not going to be on our side.
No.
Yeah,
no,
that's true. The law's
Not really.
side. That's we might be able to take the ogre, but we would have to explain it to the law afterward, and that would not be ideal. Maybe we could blame the wharf rats. Kill the ogre and throw the shield on top.
The
Like, look, the wharf rats attacked us. There's no
Fucking
there's no
wharf
city
rats.
for honest folk. No peace in the city for honest folk.
Not doing your jobs, copper. What about my tax dollars?
You could have played that angle.
Oh man.
All right, man. Well, good luck with your stuff, dude. It's been a
All right.
pleasure as always.
Yeah. Sorry guys. Next week I should be
Okay,
back in.
cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Would you guys like to take an amount of time, like 5, just to stretch and?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm gonna piss.
Okay, 5.
All right, so I'm hoping that she'll go for my 100 gold. Oh my god. Yo, DnD chat international pleasures. Yeah, that's for you. Travis, you'll definitely like that one. Colin, are you back at your desk?
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm eating a taco. Sorry, I know.
Okay.
Mike.
Just let me know when you're done. I was like, then we can just talk. And you don't gotta type.
Don't rush a man eating tacos, man. Come on.
Yo, you done yet? Yo, I've been eating a freaking chocolate peanut butter bunny.
Well,
this
yeah,
whole
but
time.
I have to talk the whole time.
Hey, right. I've been talking too.
Well, no, it's true. But I have to listen carefully when you guys can sometimes if you're not like in a little more. I feel like DMing is like a performance. I gotta stand up and like walk around and
We can't see it, so you don't have to do that.
yeah, I don't know if it helps, but that's what happens.
I can
Yeah, I
tell if
posted-
you're not doing it. I expect it.
I posted a song,
Better keep it up.
very, very stupid, but somebody in my guild posted it, and I thought it was kind of funny at the beginning.
Said 5 minutes at 9:05. One more taco minute. It's actually a burrito.
Nice.
So, what's a good weekend for your bachelor party, Gunter?
Most any weekend, June, July, or August.
Okay.
I
How
can,
about middle June, late June?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm pretty. I just gotta know a month ahead of time, and I can ask off. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Yep. And I also
Um,
need to get my ducks in line beforehand.
But
So that's why I'm trying to pick a day.
Yeah, there's one. Hey, Megan, what weekend are we going to New York? Of June. So the 17th of June is a no go. I'm just
You're
gonna
Yeah,
driving
we
leave that.
space
or
it out
flying?
a little bit.
You flying up to New York, or you driving, Hunter?
We'll probably drive.
Yo, you should stop by.
What are you doing in New York?
Visiting Megan's family in upstate New York. They live at the base of the Adirondacks or whatever.
That sounds all right.
So you're gonna basically take 95 almost the whole way, right?
Actually, because we live in the Shenandoah Valley. Well, it depends on where we're. It depends, but from here we actually would take 81 up a fair bit of it, but we may go over to 95, but only if we have to, because it's actually quicker from 81 if you're already starting up. We live like a minute off of 81, so. But yeah, we might go over 95. But
Well, if you end up coming towards 95 at the north part of Delaware, man, stop by.
I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, Fitz, I mean, whatever.
Cool, man. Sounds good.
Any weekend, basically in June or July or whatever, I'm
Okay.
cool with.
You gotta give Chris Hedge a month's notice because he works for Walmart and they're evil.
That's what I mean. Like, let's pick it soon. Like, let's figure it out by like next session.
Okay. I mean, if y'all want to do like,
Just as far as if it's got to be at my house, my mom's a plant. She would love.
I understand. I understand. That's
There's
fair.
only one weekend in August that I can't do it because I got.
So I have a little early June problem as well. That
Let's
might
do
be
July. What about mid
early
July?
July or something.
What about I mean, does anybody do anything
4th of July. We get some days off.
Well, I think Rudy, don't you have
Not
to do
me.
some chicken thing?
4th of July is I'm working.
Okay, never mind. Mid July. I mean, that's the best bet.
Like if it was the 15th that weekend.
Yeah, mid July I could do.
Put a note on that.
Yeah, we'll rough in the 15th of July that weekend.
Yeah, we had to check with Aaron. You know how his airborne school's going.
I'm just glad it's gonna be hot as shit when we're all hanging out together.
Ugh. Why I kept trying to
Yeah,
push it
dude. I'm
earlier.
gonna tell you right now, if we're gonna canoe down somewhere, y'all gotta put me in a boat with a skinny person. The James River's like a foot deep. I'll be dragging the bottom.
Especially in July.
Depends on
the
when we
water
go.
level's
Yeah, that's not gonna be great.
It'll be fine.
Y'all have to get out and push my ass in the canoe.
Travis,
you
it
said a
doesn't
double
matter how
lie.
much we weigh. It depends on what size boat you're in.
That's
You
not
know what I'm
true.
saying? Yes, it is true. We put you in a giant ass barge.
You gonna have to give me a damn pontoon or trimaran or some shit with a
No,
platform.
no, you do the two canoe. You got
The
tape
toucan?
tied to the toucan.
The toucan.
The toucan. Fuck the toucan.
I fucked you up, didn't I?
canoe.
Y'all can't put me and Chris Hedge on the same boat. We ain't gonna get nowhere.
I don't want to be on the boat with you though, cause my skinny arms will be going nowhere fast.
I hurt. Yeah, that shit sucks, dude.
All right, let's get back to it.
All right, so 100 gold. I'll just whip out that
Yes.
freaking patch
So-
off the jacket or the robe and be like, "Here's the magic trick." Then-
Boom! It like turns into a little pile of gold right in front of your eyes. Impressive. She like bites one. So did you pay the 200 then?
No, it was 100.
100 and cash up front and a favor. Yep. She goes, you owe her a favor. Call in.
Oh man, hopefully this isn't a mistake. Owing somebody a favor.
How long is it gonna take?
She says 7 days, same as previous.
All right, then I'm like, can we wait 7 days or whatever before we try to get out of here?
You can take that up with your team. You
that's
guys
what
are
I'm saying.
standing now on the steps of the Explorers Guild, pondering your next move. You've burned a good part of the day, it's maybe 2 or 3 o'clock.
I think we were gonna go to the magic place across the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you and Barfay handle talking to the magical folks.
Okay. Is everyone okay with that?
Barfay might actually have to. He's a wizard, and wizards are the kind of people that study magic, and you know, like sorcerers are kind of just inherently magic. You know, it's true.
That's true.
Lol.
Low intelligence wizard.
Johannes is down.
Well,
Alright.
I guess we'll all go, but
Yeah,
I
all
don't
of us
wanna
need
do-
to go, but here's what we're gonna try to pull off some dumb shit. Because Manus is a charlatan, right? So he's got all these disguises. He's gonna try to be like a smart wizardy person. He's gonna like take his disguise kit out. He's gonna steal Hunter's pipe.
Okay.
So
You lent
on
him his pipe, right? All right.
Well, I'll
so on
pass
some
him-
elbow
I'll
patches.
pass him,
make him look like a college professor.
I got Sarah's journal still. I'll pass it to him, and he can pretend that that's his spell book that all wizards
Yeah,
carry.
we're gonna use spell.
That's a nice touch. All right, what else you got for this, Mantis?
We're gonna sew some elbow patches on. So it
All
looks
right,
like
well,
I
you
got a
better hurry
blue
up.
jacket.
Sewing takes time.
No, dude, magic, dude. Just bond that shit. Mend.
What?
Oh, I do. Yo, all right, fine.
All right, creative use of mend. I like it. Go ahead. You can mend patches on this jacket real quick.
You know, I got my fine clothes and I got my signet ring of an imaginary duke, but I'm gonna tell people it's from my alma mater, Hogwarts or something.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So it sounds like you've put up a very solid disguise. Give me what is the roll here?
Sleight of hand?
It'll be a deception probably roll. I kind of wanted to see if there was a roll beforehand, just strength of
Oh, this is-
disguise, but I think it's deception. So, do you guys want to follow Mantis as he tries this plan, or do you guys want to? What would you guys like to do?
Did I pass or fail? I rolled a 1 and got a 9. Holy fuck.
CF, dude.
I'll follow and I'll just pretend that I'm his assistant.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
Actually, I don't think that roll is needed right now. So hold off on that.
All right.
Not another shot at the apple. It's just it needs to be. It doesn't make sense by itself. Anyway. So you guys go up to the. So when you enter this part of town, streets start to seem nicer here. Sort of when you head this northeast direction, the cobblestones look brighter and more well cleaned. Even more guards are around. Basically, you see in front of you a massive tower, like really tall, and it ends in a spire, conical spire. And the spire has many different colors radiating from the top of the spire. It's basically the entire breadth of the rainbow. There's a few birds who like go amongst the tower as well on the top. However, as you guys approach, you see that the city guard has set up blockades around this area.
Around
They're
the
simple enough
magical
blockades,
district?
correct. It appears that the pointy-hatted folk that you see inside, occasionally wandering, appear to be semi-quarantined. There are a few people nervous about this and upset. You can see that inside some wizards are trying to explain to a guard who's half listening about their problem and why they need to get out. And likewise, there's a party of individuals on the outside trying to convince the guards to let them.
Do we have our letter from the patrician still or anything? Like,
You do have a letter from the patrician saying you can get past the original plague blockade because you were doing plague work. That is the nature of the written script you've been given.
do y'all want to try to use that to get past these guys?
Well, first, let's just go talk to one of the guards and ask, like, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm in like disguise mode, so I'm gonna like walk up and be like,
Okay.
act like I know what's going on, be like, what's going on here? You know, do it with
What do you
authority,
say
like I
exactly?
know what I'm doing. You know, like, why on earth won't you let these people through? We have business to take care of and try to push through.
So there's a like a rope across the main thoroughfare here that you would go to walk through. And two guards stand behind the rope. Do you attempt to step over the rope, or do you stay where you are and sort of say what you said?
Yeah, I stand right against the rope. Yeah.
Got it. Why won't you let these people through? So now give me the deception roll, please. And they will.
Don't roll a 1 again. Don't.
Oh,
Whoa. 19.
He sort of
Charisma's crazy.
stammers for a moment and says, I'm sorry, sir. I recognize that you probably want to get back to your study. Unfortunately, there's been an accident. He stutters and he's like baffled because you
I'm
appear to
"What
him as
kind
like
of
a high.
accident?" And I like poke him right in his chest when I say it like an old.
He says,
Probably an old person.
sir, that's classified. The HGSIU is involved. I would lose my job, sir. I can't.
I like. I'm a personal servant of the. What the hell's her?
The
Patrician
patrician.
herself, and I like pull out the note for the plague, and I just wave it at him long enough for him to see a signature, but not actually read it in depth.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand. It has advantage because you have got this guy sort of starstruck. Boom. You
Nice.
pass this one. He sees the flash of the patrician signature, but not the rest of it. He says, "Oh, sir, I'm so sorry. I'm sure you're here to investigate the crimes. By all means, please continue." And so he like sort of undoes the rope at one end, and the crowd's like, "Hey, come on!" And they sort of put the back behind you.
All right, do my assistants get to come with me? I assume.
Assistants sort of turns around,
Yeah, good.
eyebrow. Oh, yes, of course, sir. I'm sorry. Yes, and he like didn't recognize that the halfling was, or excuse me, the gnome, and go ahead and clips it afterwards. Sorry, Gnome. Nods apologetically to you.
Yeah, did the guard just call me a halfling? Is
Yeah,
that
he
what
did.
happened?
No, that was me.
Fucking racist. I just look up at. I don't say that.
Of
I just
course.
kind of look up at him.
So you guys have made it past the two guards, and the one guard is very eager to go back to his post, and he sort of stands upright and looks real polished as best he can. Buddy looks at him like, "What the fuck?" And like he just like whacks him. And the other guy stands up straighter. So you're in this square. There's sort of what appear to be smaller buildings on the side, all leaning up to this massive tower. The base of the tower is very large, but it's also the case that this tower is extremely one of the tallest things in hand Griffey, despite the fact that the elevation here is not actually that high. In that the town sort of slopes upwards, northeast.
Is there anyone in the little?
There are people sort of
there?
huddled around, talking in small groups. A few people are easily recognized as wizards in that they're holding the books, as you are, right? Correct? There's another layer of guards sort of at the tower door, but the whispering appears to be maybe the students.
Can we mingle for a second and just see what we hear?
Sure. Yeah, you can approach a group of students. There's enough distance between the initial guard post that was cordoning off the area and the tower guard, who sort of are giving everyone glares in the courtyard just to make sure they stay put. But you approach, are you going for younger students or older students?
Probably older students.
Okay. Brian likes the map, sorry. The dogs. Anyway, you find a pack of sort of older looking, if they were students, they would be like seniors, right? And they're sort of smoking, one of them smoking a pipe, one of them smoking something that's just like a long cigarette, and it like winds at improbable angles. And then like up at the top, it's lit. He's like smoking this thing. He's like, "This is bullshit." That's what he says when you walk up.
Is he talking to me? I was just kind of gonna
He sort of looks at you. He's like, "Man,
I was gonna drop some eaves on him. That's what I was gonna.
Eaves? Sorry, what?"
Eavesdropping.
Oh! You're trying to just linger nearby. Okay,
Yeah.
understood. Okay, so you find this group of
Jeez.
students. Understood. Give me. How about a stealth roll? I would argue that this is stealth.
Stealth roll.
Bad. And these guys aren't trying to really hide their conversation, so you're able to just sort of linger on the offside of one of the buildings, enough that your ear catches on the wind their conversation. And I assume that Gunter follows your lead, huddles with you. Yep. Okay.
Mhm.
You hear these people discussing, "Man, you know what? I've always trusted the janitor, man. He's the guy. He wouldn't lie to us." "Think so?" says the other woman. "Yeah. Why? What does he have to gain? He just lost his job." And he takes a big puff. He says, "Skinned alive." The woman across from him says, "Shut up, Donnie. Shut up. I don't want to think about it." They both sit in silence.
I don't know, Gunter. Do you think we got enough to bullshit our way through those guards? We're here to find out who skinned somebody alive.
maybe we can kind of kill two birds with one stone and try to find somebody that can tell us about, the ocean and the West, and they can look at your fish compass,
Okay.
and then also get some gossip on what the fuck's going on here. Like, I don't know if that would be like a professor we could talk to or
Yeah, there are
somebody.
professors in the courtyard.
Everyone you see, with the exception of one person, is pretty old, or excuse me, young looking. This other person who I described to you is a bit older. She's a woman. She looks maybe like middle-aged,
Let's
a little
approach
white
her.
showing in the brown of her hair. So she's sort of off by herself, sort of daydreaming. And so you actually approach her. You don't eavesdrop or anything.
No, yeah, we're gonna talk
Okay,
to her. I think.
got it. So you walk up to her. What do you say as she sort of notices you?
I say something like, "What on earth's going on around here? There's rumors of people being skinned alive."
Shh, she says. Oh my God. They say it was Professor Wigglewitz.
Wigglewitz.
God damn it, Nick.
Golly. Oh, damn it, man.
I know. I have to do it to you guys. The terrible naming shall continue.
Wait, no, what was the guy in the forest with the daughter who had the same name as the last name?
Abel
I don't know.
Jarl?
Abel Jarl was good. I liked him.
Yeah.
He
Sounds
may
like a
be the cream of
Mennonite.
the pop, dude. Yeah. Anyway, so this woman sort of shakes her head. Poor Professor.
Uh-oh, I think my audio dropped out. Would you quit fucking with this? It fucks my computer up.
Poor Professor Wigglewitz, she says.
I'm gonna need you to repeat what you said because I fell out.
She's just sort of shaking her head and lamenting Professor Wigglewitz. She's sort of
I'm-
standing off,
I'm
staring off
gonna
in the
kind of be
distance.
a little complaining. I'll be like, I came here to study ancient
We
dwarven
all did
religions,
as well. Come
and now
on.
I'm trapped inside this damn.
All the students are. What do you want from me? They're keeping the faculty locked up on suspicion that. Surely you know how these things go. HGSIU. Shakes her head again.
So they think it was an actual employee.
I don't know. Apparently.
Hmm.
Can I pipe in and say, excuse me, what is HGIS? What?
She kind of looks at you and says, "Where's your assistant from?" Back to you, man.
Far off land.
That explains it. Han Griffey, Special Investigations Unit.
Oh.
As you look closer, you see that some of the guards sort of around the tower have this weird shield symbol and HSIU on it. And their stuff.
Hmm.
I wouldn't go in there if I were you, says, as you sort of eye these guys.
Why not?
They got the whole place locked down. I've never seen so many of them.
Hmm. We just kind of like wander off, me and Gunter, and start talking amongst ourselves.
She says, "Excuse me, do you have any pipe weed?" You walk away anyway.
I don't have any. I don't know.
Nah, I don't have any.
Drat. Back to staring off.
I'm gonna be like, hey Gunter, you think we can get past these guards? Think we can bullshit it, right?
I mean, we can always try. I mean, what's
Yeah,
the
but
worst
you
that could happen?
I mean, you better be ready to turn into a bear and fuck some people up so I can run.
let's not. I mean, we don't have to get violent. We can just try to bullshit our way. The worst that could happen is they just say no, right?
That's right. So, I'm gonna try to bullshit. I'm gonna walk up to the guards and I'm gonna feed them
Okay.
a story about. I'm gonna
Let's
tell
hear it.
them like I'm like a grand inquisitor from some. I don't know. Is there like an overarching mages?
That would be a
school?
history check to see what you know about bluffing mages.
I don't know
part
if
of the
there's
world.
like a, like a.
Give me a
Like
history roll, presumably.
Ministry of Magic or some shit.
Yeah, to see what you know about mage colleges or other academic institutions.
A history check.
Can't wait to see this.
You know a couple things. You know that magic is somewhat common at low level throughout this world, but not particularly common at high level. There are centers of magic throughout the world, some of them mystical and unknown, of course. One of the more learned places is Invisible University. Its tower is known by all as a center of learning.
I'm just gonna tell him I'm from the.
There are other people. You would also know a couple things. You would know that
Like a Ministry of Magic from
the
Hawaii.
gnomes to the south occasionally use things that look like magic but aren't. You would also know that the elves across the sea
I fell off.
have elves have magic as well. There are rumors of elven magic. That's all you know.
Okay, Okay.
So again, what would you like to say when you walk up to this dude? And if you're gonna lie to him, I need a deception. And again, I always take into consideration my judgment of how good you did, based on the facts of the as I know them. Problem that makes it fun. Anyway, go for it.
I'm gonna like walk up to him and be like, I've been appointed by the patrician as a High Inquisitor, and I come from the shit. What's the name of those woods that are right around outside the city?
Fuck.
The Elven Realm. Shit. I'm blanking.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's why I'm helping you. Like where Goldenberg is? Like that big forest?
Yeah.
I kind of forget what I named that. The Mirkwood?
It was something like that. It was like a word and then wood, but I can't remember.
Cragwood. You would know what it is. We'll move past it.
Yeah, I was gonna tell him that I'm from the Elven School of Magic, and I've been special appointed after the patrician became concerned that someone might have skinned someone alive.
So just to be clear, I'm just making sure I got what you got. You said you are from the woods that we know that Goldenberg's in to the east of here, claiming you are an elven wizard and a High Inquisitor. Is that correct?
Yes, I think
Okay,
so.
cool. So give me the deception roll, please.
Oh, minimize it. Deception roll.
Yeah.
Jigger. The first dice I've had to roll tonight. Or would be if I knew where my dice were. There. This guard turns to the guard next to
Hold up.
and whispers something. And he says to you, excuse me, sir, did you say you were from the West and a wizard of elven descent?
The what? What did you say?
He basically asked you about that forest. He's like,
It's the
Forest of
High
Goldenberg?
Forest. That was the name I was thinking. The
High
Forest.
Forest.
The High Forest. It's like the big ass woods where the dragon killed all of my comrades before.
Yep, so, yep, we're both talking about the same thing. I just forgot the name. So you used the right name the first time, and he says, you say you're from the High Forest?
Yes.
He whispers again to his compatriot. Sir, we're gonna have to ask you to leave.
For what
Uh,
reason?
Sir, please don't
I
make
just
this
start
difficult.
pulling on Manus's tunic, like start pulling him back.
Sir, we all know that there are no elven colleges of magic in that woods. There's nothing but darkness and danger in there. There's goblins and dragons. Sir, we all know that. You are clearly not from around here, and we're going to have to ask you to leave.
I just start pulling Mantis back.
I get all pissed off. I'm like, what you don't know of elven magic?
Sir, he like snaps behind him, and like 4 more guards come down the stairs of this tunnel, or excuse me, this tower. At this point, you're attracting attention amongst the student body.
I'm gonna start a Black Lives Matter riot in this motherfucker.
It's not worth it, Mantis. It's not worth it.
No justice.
The guard
no
says,
peace.
"Sir, final,
No justice, no peace.
sir, final try. Please leave. If you do not leave, we will be forced to use force."
Gunter's backing up slowly.
Gunter backs up. Mantis,
All right, I tell him I'm leaving, but I tell him that Patrician's gonna hear about this.
he says, "That's fine, sir. You have a right to complain." He gives you his badge number, like out loud.
All right, so we legit are gonna write that down, that badge
Okay.
number,
Yeah, go for it.
because we are gonna talk to the Patrician later.
11359.
We're gonna make sure that dude has a bad day. I mean, we'll make up something about the
Yeah, he's a
Patrician.
child molester. 11359.
That's right. So you guys are escorted off the property, and
We'll get him
the
back, Mantis. Don't worry.
students are whispering amongst themselves. The HGSIU is watching you with like squinted eyes as you leave. These guys are in like full plate armor. Some of them, the people who went down the stairs, carrying like massive weapons.
Well, I guess we didn't get any information, guys.
I mean, but overall, we were successful with the Explorers Guild. I mean, and maybe while we're waiting for the armor to be repaired or whatever the next week or so, and kind of doing shit around the city, we might have another crack at the mage's tower,
The other thing that I'd remind you guys is basically no one has any clear idea what's going on with the goldfish, correct?
No.
Yeah, we don't even know. We know nothing. All
Right.
we know is we found a list of shit in the dwarven. I forget. You gave us his name. It was some fucked up Viking sounding name.
It was the
Thermoblob or something.
Yeah, I kind of forget. I can check my notes later. But yeah. So you found a list nearby. Someone dressed in and then this was the dwarven mine
Religion.
/ temple with the bug,
Yeah.
Right.
And then
and the
Mhm.
fish was on that.
the fish was in Egbert the whole time. Or was like
Exactly.
a-
I
And
started
Egbert
off.
just started off the game
Yeah.
with the fish. That,
Yeah.
as you remember as a backstory, for those of you who weren't there, Egbert had basically, it was decided, won it in like a pirate card game. Is that correct, Hunter? I believe it is.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
If I recall, that's what happened. So presumably you can trace this thing back to a pirate, but all you know at this time is it was one of several symbols on a list. The other thing you also know is that on that list there were some things that were scribbled out. There were several pictures. I'm happy to go over them with you guys again. They are somewhere in this notes that I've done. Again, I can review that
yeah.
later
See if you
with
can
you
dig
guys.
that out and just like post it somewhere in like.
Sure,
a little...
will do. And if you also recall, some of the symbols were like scribbled out, as if the list was not
Right.
a perfect set in stone.
Yeah, and we had another thing on it. There was like the frog, the gold
Mhm.
frog. with
Frog
gold
was not
eyes.
scribbled out. What makes the fish unique, of course, again, as a reminder for those who may have forgotten, it
Plonking.
continues to tap against its crystal orb. Plonking the door.
It's always going the same
Yep.
direction.
At this point, it's starting to look raggedy. It plonks sometimes, and occasionally will sort of lift like one side of its body, like a fish would that's dying, towards the side of the, or rather the top of its orb container. This is
that's
also
good.
well known. Mantis has observed this.
Yeah.
So it's
So I guess we
starting
need to-
to.
Try to get us a boat, guys. So I guess Hunter and I push our way past the guards we walked past the first time to get into
Okay.
the square.
One more thing about the fish while we're talking about it, I do appreciate you getting us back on track. It is always plunking in the same direction. If you
Right.
whirl its container around, it's a compass right now.
Right.
All right. Well, I guess let's go down to the wharf and see if we can get a ride somewhere. Or are we going to talk to One-Eyed Klaus first? Or...
Well, I mean, I figured, you know, I mean, you know, I don't think we're ready to commit to jumping on a ship, but if we could definitely see if there's any captains that are brave enough to go to across the ocean at this point.
Okay.
The other thing I was going to tell y'all is I got to finish up here soon. I don't know
Okay.
how much longer
Let's
I
play
can.
with maybe like 15 more.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah.
End at
that'll
10
work.
o'clock-ish?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so you guys have heard what Gunter wants to do. Think about finding a captain who will take them on. Anyone else have suggestions?
I'm- I
Oh,
don't
the other
know.
thing I'd like to say is, as you guys, I remember this now, this arrow. As you guys sort of swung through this area, you could see that it was sort of like almost public domain. And one of the things you also notice is a guard presence around the sewer and a crew of maintenance team sort of descending into.
And where's that at exactly, Tom?
Again, that's sort of
city
here.
sewer
As you
center.
guys like
Yeah.
hooked a left through the area.
Yeah.
That's what you guys found. That area is sort of underexplored for now, but that's kind of what's in it.
Okay.
Any other suggestions besides go find a captain? Okay, Parfait's kind of whatever. Anyone else?
I am just Johannes just goes around with the party. He doesn't really ever think anything. He just wants to go
He
home.
doesn't think
But he also wants his new armor.
Just wants to go home and he wants his new armor. Okay.
And that's what I was going to ask also, Johannes. How much, I mean, does he have like amnesia? Like, how much does he remember about his homeland?
Johannes, you can tell them whatever you like. We've discussed pretty extensively the background of your homeland.
Because
All right, well-
that's across the ocean, right?
Yes. Homeland is across the ocean. Let's see. What is it? It's now the giraffe. It was. I don't remember what you ended up doing with that one part of it about like the whole Great War. Whether it was,
I will whisper it to you now if you like.
if you want to just say that part, that's fine. I'll just explain.
So if you're willing to share the details of the war
Sure, I'll share the details
that you
of the Great War.
know of, again.
All right. Yeah.
The facts of the case are Johannes was a combat medic in a war against the Drow and some monstrous beast. The wood elves fought hard. They fought from the trees. They didn't give in easily. But ultimately, and you can tell this part, I'm sure, Johannes, the boat.
Yeah,
Right.
so I didn't board a boat conscious. I was kind of placed there by, I don't know who. An ally, I assume.
Anything else you want to say about it?
And that's kind of how I got here. Loaded on the boat.
Tells you this tale of
Floaty, float, float.
the war. Also, you would probably say that the Elven nation is Illavar.
Yeah, Ilavar, and we got this like the giant tree city. My main city's got. Oh, so there's okay.
did you leave your homeland willingly, or was it against your will, or?
We were losing the battle because of these creatures that the drow summoned. We weren't really in very good shape, and I was injured. And basically found myself awake on this boat on these shores.
That's strange. You're strange, elf, Johannes.
I think that's how I'm gonna stick with it. Like, I feel like he just like was unconscious the entire time, and then somebody woke him up when he like crashed on the shore or whatever. That's at least that's my idea of it.
Yep, that works for me entirely. Cool. Thank you, Johannes. So Gunter, he like spins this yarn about the war that he's fought.
Yeah.
Normally, Johannes, the quiet elf, suddenly tells you guys about this horrible past.
Interesting.
Am I able to see the sea from here?
Yes, the entire
Look out!
Griffith.
just,
Just
you know,
stare out again.
just stare. Do that stare out thing again.
He's kind of making us uncomfortable. Just staring at the ocean.
Titanic penny whistle starts playing.
And you might have told us this before, Johannes, but what, you're a cleric, but do you worship a specific god or no?
I believe the answer we somehow is yes.
What is it? We
Olean.
Olean. Let me
Olean.
highlight this.
Eileen.
This is how it was spelled. Olean.
Do you know what she's the god of or whatever? Goddess?
I think where was it? We're just using.
I can remind you if you
right
want.
here.
I figured you'd know.
A model of elven beauty and grace. This goddess was known as the goddess of the dark forest and the depths of nature.
All right. Well, my
of the moon and the healing powers of nature and magic. Bam.
I guess my question is to the party: would it be worthwhile? Because obviously Johannes is pretty wrapped up with destiny or something. I mean, clearly he's either cursed or blessed or some shit. And I mean, he got put on a boat and woke up in another continent. And he's also had weird dreams before. I don't know if we know about that, but anyways.
I don't think I said anything about that.
Pretty sure you did.
Did I?
I think you mentioned
told
something
dog
about it.
Killer, if I recall.
You did.
Dog Killer did not take you seriously at all.
Specifics, though, right? You just kind of said a little bit about it, maybe.
Correct.
Anyways, I wonder if we can't find a temple to this lady in this city. Maybe that's not even here, but if there was something like that, then maybe you as a cleric could try to talk to your, I don't know, your goddess. And
bad idea.
maybe give us some intel of some sort.
Sure. I guess we could do that. Go look for one of these places. See if there's any temples to. There's a
religious quarter. We
district.
can head there.
Yeah.
And my other thought about that is, I think there's some divine meddling might be going on because clearly Paylor has been fucking us over from the start. So maybe like Johannes's goddess is on our side.
I thought Paylor was our friend. I thought this was some evil sect of Paylorism.
I mean, well, Gunter's not a theologist, but
it's like Muslims.
I don't trust
versus
Paylor
radical
at this point.
Muslims.
I don't trust Paylor at this point as Gunter at all. The good Paylor, the bad Paylor, not a fan.
What would Vlad have to say?
He's still out there, maybe.
He's a
I've
war
got an elaborate
refugee.
backstory, dude, for
He's a
what
war
he's up to.
refugee.
Dude, he's been one of my most fun NPCs out and about.
I hope he's leveled up like in his travels.
Sort of. Not everyone else gets XP for unknown reasons. Anyway,
Anyways, that's just my
Wait,
thought,
who got XP?
Johannes.
go.
I can hear
No, yeah, Johannes has made a passionate argument for a variety of things. You guys, Hunter's got the plans today. The religious idea, go talk to someone who may know about the war
Yeah.
more. That's his. He also suggested go talk to a captain. Brave the seas.
I
I'll,
like the idea of looking possibly for an explanation to that dream that I had, but not saying that. Be like, oh yeah, maybe let's go look. I like the idea of trying to contact my people's deity.
Can I go with you, Johannes? Because you said your goddess is like a woodland goddess, and as a forest druid or gnome or whatever, I feel like I'd be down with that. And maybe Mantis and Barfay can go handle the business end of things on the docks.
Sure, that sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Y'all cool with that?
It's 2v2 party split. Barfay, Mantis.
If that's what everybody wants to do.
I mean, you need the paperwork man with you, Mantis, if you're going to talk about shit passage. Let's be real.
Okay, all right. We'll do your thing first, Dog Killer. Excuse me, Gunter and Johannes. So you guys head north, east towards the religious quarter. When you approach along the main thoroughfare that everyone walks, you see that this square is indeed dominated by a massive cathedral, Palor. It's sort of got a Gothic style. It's very brooding and dark. Big eaves and tall sort of minaret-looking things. But there are also a lot of other smaller temples and churches and things as you sort of proceed down the street. You can see signs for a variety of gods and goddesses. You can sort of tell based on how many people are there, sort of their relative popularity in the town, at least. Palor's the big one.
Right.
There's some dwarves huddled around a statue of Dumathoin, the dwarven god of mines, which you guys know about at this point.
Doomathon, that's his name, yeah.
Yep. You see some wizards praying and making offerings to this weird eye, and it's got like symbols for Omega.
Do we see any like
There's some-
nature-y looking sector of this? Like,
give me a perception roll. See how quickly you can scour this area. You see a variety of things. You see pirates leaving offerings to what appeared to be a tentacle god.
ooh, bad perception, Johannes. I might need
You sort of have to paw through the religious stuff for a while. Johannes, do you want to help him out? Sort of explains what he's looking for. Johannes says, maybe over here. Maybe it's something in the wind, because you can approach this. It's sort of in an alcove in a small place, and it's a shrine to Holy Inn. Her characteristic moon symbol is above this small shrine. It's really pretty small. A lot of these buildings are sort of designed to let people in and give offerings sort of alone with the god or goddess. Olian's shrine is way more of an outdoors thing. And you can see around it a variety of elves, some of them with injuries, bandages and hurt legs, arms, tending to a variety of plants. They're tending to, in particular, it seems, in special placement in the setting, bonsai trees.
Bonsai!
What would you like to do?
Do I notice do any of them look? Do I know any? Are they people?
Do you
I
know any of them personally?
Yes.
No.
Do I know any of them? Like, oh, that's high elf. What's it call that? Somebody I haven't met, but like some leader or anybody.
No. From what you can tell, you don't recognize
None
any
of
name.
them. Okay, I'll just go approach them.
You approach them and they say, "Hail, brother. Have you come to pray to the Great Mother?"
Religion hurts so much.
You're a cleric.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I was like about trees and stuff.
Is there a place for offerings, Colin?
There is. There's like a small place. You can see like some. It's not like meat or anything. Or gold. It's like berries and.
Me and Johannes, I put a beat down, one of my magical beats,
Okay, you put a beat down.
and one of my 10 apples, I guess.
Yeah, one of your 10 apples. Leave that. Keep the beat.
So I'm gonna send you a private message. Okay, man. Good night, dude. Pleasure.
Got it.